Hi, this is a tutorial on setting up calendars. So this is one of the basic tutorials. First of all, why we need calendars. There are two main reasons why calendars may be useful. Number one, it's a great way for you to allow your clients to book a meeting with you without having to manually confirm. This can be automated and doesn't need you to be present. So this is what you can see here. We have a macaws calendar setting, and clients can go in and see when they are available versus when the trainer is available, and they can book a time. The second reason why you may want to have a calendar is if you want to create a digital business card. So something like this, where you've got your mobile phone, your email, your LinkedIn, you've got the ability for people to request brochures and additional information. And then you can have a calendar which people can look at and make bookings. So why is our calendar better than products like Calendarly? So number one, and our main reason is because we have a completely integrated system which is integrated to our AI and to the rest of the CRM system, which means that you can set up automation funnels after you've scheduled meetings. You can also create automations where you capture leads through LinkedIn automation bot, and you can ask those people to book a meeting with you, and once they do, you'll be informed, and the whole cycle is completely automated, which no other CRM or calendar system can do that. So let's go into how we can set up. So the first stage is integration. So to get to the integration, you go to settings, and you go to calendars, and you go to connections. So here you can connect Google Calendar, Outlook, and iCloud. In terms of support, our compatibility with Google is probably better than the other two um, calendar functions, which means that the Google Calendar is the most stable. So once you've connected to your calendar, you can link your calendar so that when someone books, this is then reflected on your Google Calendar or Outlook or iCloud calendar, and vice versa. So those are the two important steps when setting up. Step two is you need to create a calendar in itself so that people can book. To do this, you would go to calendars, calendar settings, and create calendar. Here, you'll be given four choices. So personal booking is the simplest. So this is when someone books and they are looking at your calendar. For round robin, is when you start to build up your team and you have more than one person. So the calendar will randomly choose when someone books who they have been assigned to. Class booking means that if you're delivering online tutorials, then you can have people booking, and let's say you've set a maximum of 30, then up to 30 people can book, and once that's full, then they'll be shown for when you are next hosting your your classes. For collective booking, so this is, imagine you've got sales and technical people, and if clients are booking something which is more technical based, then you want both the salesperson and the technical person to be available. So those are the four choices. For today, we're just going to look at personal bookings. So this is the most basic of setups. Number one, you'll need to give your calendar a name. Usually make it descriptive, so then you know what this calendar is about. You can select the team member, so here is myself, and then choose a custom URL. My tip would be to have this URL something similar to the calendar name, so you can link to it. But remember that this URL must be unique. Then you choose the duration and when you want to have meetings. So for me, it's Monday to Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. For future sessions, we'll look at payments and more advanced sections. But essentially, this is the core in terms of creating a calendar. Once you've done that, this is what you'll see. So then we move on to stage 3. So this is where we can create an automation for customers and yourself so that you can be reminded of when the meeting is and which link. So for this, we'll go into automations. So this is in the dashboard of your CRM system and go to automations. So I've already created a calendar workflow. So within this, there are two main sections. One is trigger and the other is events. So trigger is what brings a prospect or a contact into this automation flow. So let me just run through this. So for our purposes, you will type in booked appointment. So what this says is if someone's booked an appointment and you would add a filter, so in calendar, and you would select your calendar. So what this shows is someone has booked an appointment in a calendar called macaws.ai strategic discussion. So when all these conditions are true, then the contact will be put into this automation flow. So once they're in, the most basic function is internal notification and notifying the client by email or SMS. So let's just run through the internal notifications. So with internal notifications, you can do it via email, SMS, or through the app. But essentially, the information you're trying to deliver is very similar. The from name, you can set something that is relevant to yourself. Same goes to the email, but remember that the email that you're, the from email should be the same domain as you set up. So for the user type, you can send it to all users, and what we mean by users, they are staff members within the course. Or you can assign a user, you can name a particular user. The one that I use is customs email, and I just put my own email address. The subject settings, it can be whatever you choose it to be, and you can create templates. But I've already created a template to remind myself, and here are the important variables. The name, so you can find this in the tag in the customs value, contact, first name or contact name, email, telephone. So again, this can all be found here. So the other one that's important is you can just paste in your Google Meets URL So this could be seen as a permanent link, and it makes it a lot easier for you because whenever you've got a booking, you don't need to look for the link, you know which link it is. I've also attached what I have here on the Notions board. So that's an internal notification. Then you can have a confirmation email. Again, this is outward facing. So this is the email which your client will get as soon as they've made a booking. So the content is slightly different, but the principles here are the same. We have selected to send out an email and also a text message. All these templates are stored in Notion as well. For text messaging, if clients wanted this whole system set up and they were to purchase the macaws phone line system, then we can have the SMS. These days, it takes a few days for regulators to approve of a digital phone number. So if you're a sales agent, unfortunately, you can't send a text message. Um, it's only designed for clients who have been verified and paid for the service, and it does take 2 to 3 weeks for that approval process. The other thing that I wanted to raise is so you can put a wait event. So wait, and under the wait for, you can say the event before 30 minutes. So what this means is before 30 minutes before the meeting, then we're going to send out these internal notification again, send out a notification on the app, then to the client, an email to the client, and a SMS to the client. So that's a very, very basic setup of a calendar and a reminder system. You can make it more complicated by things like updating the opportunities for sales purposes, removing old workflows, and so on and so forth. But those will be covered in later sessions. Thank you.